No. How come I always have to take out the dog?
Because you're the youngest and the most immune to the COVID virus.
No, I'm not. Who says I am? I don't want to go out there anymore.
James, I'm not going to tell you again. It's your job to walk.
You're sending me out there because you don't want to die. Well, I don't either.
You're not going to die, okay? You're like, James, you're like a Superman.
I'm like Superman?
Yeah, you're strong. You're fast. You're like a superhero.
No, I'm not. I'm like that lamb.
What lamb?
You know, the superficial one.
Sacrificial lamb? SACRIFICIAL. Sacrificial lamb. No, you're not a sacrificial lamb. It's your job to walk the dog.
Right, that one. Well, why don't you get a real lamb? He can walk Chester for his walks twice a day and pick up his poop. My life is all poop.
Peep, peep, peep.
Stop saying poop.
Your life is nothing but roses.
Nope. Feces.
Oh, well, I guess that's a little bit better choice.
Yep, I learned that in my online home prison English class.
You know, you're lucky to have a computer to be able to do your classes online.
You want to sit in front of a computer all day?
Phone, computer, James, it's what I do. Remember, whether I'm at work or I'm at home, I'm typing away on technology all day long. I sit at a computer. I'm a CPA.
What does that stand for anyway?
Can you just go walk the dog? You're like procrastinating unbelievably.
PROCRATING.
Close, but not quite. And now you're done. So could you please go walk the dog? I'm not going to ask again.
Why can't Leslie?
She's 2. James.
So she's 2.
Yeah. So Chester takes her outside, okay, and he starts running, dragging her behind him. No. Is that what you want? Look, I've bought you everything. I bought you gaming systems, surround sound, speakers, gaming chairs, and you can't even go walk the dog? Come on. I mean, it's not safe for her to go out there. Go walk Chester. Stuff. Come on, let's go.
That doesn't count. You're supposed to pay for those things for me.
No, that's even funnier. Look, go walk the dog. You gonna go? Yes, finally?
Fine, I'm going.
Good, it's about time. You could have already walked him and come back if you hadn't tried to avoid. Wait, let's see. AVOID, avoid going to do it. Now, take off, go walk. Oh, you have one, or do you need another mask to protect you?
All right, Chester, you and me again. And don't you dare P-O-O-P, poop. I'm not going to stop to pick it up.
Oh, yes, you are.
And we're walking. W-A-L-K-I-N-E.
Walking. Okay. Good to know. Oh, that child. Oh.
Any updates, or you want another drink?
You know, she was the one.
The one?
No, I mean, she chose the time, she chose the restaurant. I showed up 15 minutes early and 1 hour later.
Happens time to time.
You know, our mom set up this date.
Oof.
Yeah. Oof.
Never met her before?
Sort of. I had dinner with my mom last Saturday and she's all, so Kenny, Megan Gregory, she's single, remember her? I'm like, no. And she's, remember you were in 1st through 4th grade at Donnelly Christian School. Remember? She was so nice. Nope. Nothing.
Well, maybe you dodged a bullet.
Maybe. I found her on Facebook and when I looked at her, I'm kind of awful for saying this, but my first thought was, yikes. She looks like an alien imposter who doesn't understand what a smile is.
Or maybe she dodged the bullet.
Sorry. You know what? That last beer was a mistake. I'm calling it. Just send me the check.
You got it.
Oh, wait. You've got to be kidding.
That's her?
That's her. You know what? Just get out like we never talked.
Oh my gosh, Kenny, I'm so sorry. I was already late and my Uber got caught in traffic and I could have sworn I had my phone in my purse. So I'm just sitting there like, oh no. I hope you didn't wait too long.
No, I was a little late anyway, so not too bad.
You know, Kenny, when my mom told me about you, I was like, oh my gosh, he's still writing those amazing fantasy stories.
God, you remember all that?
Of course, I remember all those stories you wrote in class. The time you showed up with the 10-page story about walruses on a magic quest in 4th grade. I was just thinking about it a few weeks ago.
You want to know what's kind of sad?
What?
I'm still plugging away at that walrus story.
No way. That's amazing. 20 years worth of work. Can I read it?
It's
Oh, is it not ready?
well, I'm not embarrassed by it. I just think it needs a few more edits.
Have you thought of sending it to a publishing house?
Well, you'd send it to an agent. And if you're curious, I sent it to a few agents and the best I got was a form rejection.
Hi, I'm Jamie. Great to meet you. I'll be your server today. Can I interest you in any drinks?
Yeah, can I get an Icelandic white ale?
I'll have that too.
Excellent. I just can't wait to get them in for you.
So, you know the menu.
Yeah, I went here a lot with Fred and darn it. I promised myself I wouldn't bring him up.
Okay.
Well, it's a great place. I really love this place all the same.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh, did you get any details on that whole Slurpee Gate thing?
What?
Slurpee Gate. I don't know, some kind of controversy at Donnelly that got Mr. Tapper fired in, I think it was 2009.
Oh, something about how he lost his temper at church with some parent that was on the board.
Enjoy your two.
Thanks. It is sad though, Mr. Tapper. I think he was my favorite teacher.
I really liked Mrs. W. You didn't have Mrs. W, did you? That was 5th grade.
Yeah, we moved to Monterey then.
Though, you know, I gotta tell you, even though I really did like Mrs. W and the 5th grade, there was this one thing that happened during PE. We did it with the 6th graders, and we had to remember to bring sunscreen and hats. And Mrs. Stone was teaching PE and decided to offer a reward to whichever class remembered to bring their stuff. A few days later, all the 6th graders brought their stuff, and all the 5th graders brought their stuff, but me. So then cut to lunch. All the 6th graders were having pizza for lunch, and everyone in my class were munching down on their crap stacked lunches, staring at me, thinking, God, I hope you fucking die. Then Mrs. Stone decided it's not fair to the 5th graders who remembered their stuff. So next PE, she lined us in a circle and gave all the 5th graders cookies and all the 6th graders cookies, except me. Then one of the 6th graders, yeah, you remember Cassie. Yeah, Cassie, Minister Calvary's daughter. She felt so sorry for me and gave me her cookie. And I remember all the 5th graders were crying out in protest, no, no, he must suffer for depriving us of pizza. And let me tell you, the moment that cookie was in my hand, I wolfed down that sucker like it was cracked. But now, it gets better. Mrs. Stone comes back and she finds out I got a cookie. She's furious, then gives a lecture about how I should not have been given the cookie because I didn't deserve the kindness. Our Christian teachers, ladies and gentlemen. But looking back, I realized I never thanked Cassie. I should have. Maybe I should have contacted her instead.
Well, I think Cassie was acting far more like a Christian than Mrs. Stone.
Maybe.
You don't seem to think that?
Forget it.
Can I take your orders?
Oh, well, you know the place. What do you like?
Oh, their tri-tip sandwich is a personal favorite.
Do you try tips?
2 of the ladies' favorite coming right up.
So, what brought you back to LA?
My husband.
Was that Fred? I mean, I saw your Facebook pictures. You were in Fiji with this guy.
Yeah, Fred's dead. Kind of comical the way that rhymes. Fred's dead.
I don't think so.
Oh, you can admit it. I saw your lip twitch.
Fine. A little bit. So how long ago was it? No, sorry, I shouldn't.
No, that's a fair enough question. 8 years ago.
That's,
Longer than you would have expected.
I guess so. I mean, when I was that age, well, never mind, you were the same age.
We're Christians. No sex before marriage. And God, did he want that sex?
Sorry, are you ready for this?
No.
I mean,
No, look, I cannot just live in the gray. It's 8 years, practically my whole adult life, and I cannot live like this.
those are your mom's words, aren't they?
Maybe.
Sorry. You know what? This was a mistake. Let's just call it.
No, we can't. We already ordered.
It's all right. Well, we said we'd meet up. We did. We'll get the food to go and then part ways.
Still feels kind of jerky.
Okay. Well, how about this? When it comes, we'll gorge it down like the 4th of July hot dog eating contest. Yeah, you've seen those. They're fucking disgusting.
Can you not use those bad words?
Okay, Mom.
You know, you're kind of bombing a date when you call her mom.
Well, why not? They were for this, not us.
How much do you want to bet they're already talking about how we get married?
Oh, we're so going to be married.
They're already getting ready for grandchildren.
Do you have any siblings?
No.
Yeah, neither do I. Only way they can get them.
Have grandkids, Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're their only hope.
Star Wars quote, God, never mind, fucking marry me.
I told you not to use bad words. Can I ask you a question? I don't want any absolutes. Just answer me honestly. Please, just be honest about how you feel.
Okay.
Is the fact that I'm a widow a turnoff?
No, it's not that.
Really? I mean, so much of those 8 years, I mean, a good amount of the guys my age had barely even had girlfriends. I was so afraid of the widow thing for so long.
Really, it's not that. And I don't know how you'll take this, but you're lucky you even had someone at all. I haven't.
Really?
What do you think my mom was setting up a date for me?
Isn't it what moms do?
You know the story about that kid who can't live up to his parents' expectations of getting the grades?
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me it was, hey Kenny, how many friends have you made? Are you talking to any girls, Kenny? Are you spending all your time alone writing like a pathetic hermit, Kenny? Don't be such an autistic, Kenny.
Okay, I know they didn't say that,
Not often, but
but you
felt like it.
are, but you,
I don't know. They forced me to see a therapist for being too pathetic to get a girlfriend, and that's what he thought. I don't know. I don't care.
you don't care.
It's like, for my money, okay, if you'll excuse me, there is autistic, and then there is, I don't feel any different from any other normal functioning human being. I didn't need any special considerations. Like, okay, I'm not great with eye contact and kind of focus on my own stuff, but I don't think that. Look, you don't need a list of my diagnostics.
Do you think that these feelings prevented you?
No?
Sounds a bit like you do.
Look. Okay, if you really want to know, I am literally turning into the curmudgeon from a bad romantic comedy who doesn't believe in love.
Really?
Oh, I'm dead fucking serious. I mean, look, you're not the first date I've been on. I've sucked it up and tried online dating. I've asked a few girls out. I thought I hit it off with pretty well. And the humiliation, the nerves, the rejection, it sucks. It really, really sucks. And it's not like I'm here. I can show up to this bullshit, chasing the ephemeral love of which I've heard so much about. Is it worth it? I mean, I'm unpublished. My Walrus Quest book, an agent called it ridiculous. And yeah, fair enough, but I'm so close to finding that balance between silly and a genuinely great fantasy story. That's what I want out of life. And I'm finding myself coldly asking, is all this draining effort to finding a girl to love just really worth it? Or am I doing this because everyone says I should and I don't want to be the freak?
Look, Kenny, that all sounds awful. And I understand how you feel. And I'm sure you're tired of hearing stuff like this. But when you find someone who loves you, who really loves you, it's unlike anything you've felt before. And if you keep on looking, you will find it.
Well, here's hoping.
What is it?
What?
The widow thing, your response was, that's not it. Well, what is it then? What?
Okay, you know what? Fine. Blabbed all about my mental health. Guess I'm just drunk enough to let it out a little bit more in Vino Veritas.
Wait, what? How much have you had to drink?
It's the Christianity.
What?
Megan, I'm an atheist now. A hardcore Richard Dawkins atheist.
And you wouldn't want to date me because I believe in God?
Would you call me back now that you know I don't?
Yes. Well, that is, if it wasn't so blasphemingly awkward and you let it slip, you didn't believe in God, but otherwise we had a good time, I would call you back.
Well, it's got to be on both ways. That's what I think. And I hope you find a good Christian man to fill the void.
Why do you say that with such contempt? Good Christian man. I mean, goodness, just because they believe in God.
No. See, look, I'm just going to set a few ground rules. It's not because someone believes in God. I would think them wrong, but otherwise debatable. But if it's the Christian God, the answer is no.
But that seems so mean. I mean, what is it? 80% of Americans that are Christian?
I don't care. I might be an autistic virgin, but I have my code.
It's so mean.
Pro tip, don't bring up God on the first date.
You want to know what it's mean? The fact that you think I'm going to hell.
I don't think,
Are you Christian?
yes.
Do Christians believe that all humans are sinners and to save themselves from hell, they must accept Jesus Christ into their heart?
Well, yes.
Well, I'm of the belief that God, as described in the Bible, Old and New Testament, take your pick, is a bully tyrant that ought to be rejected because he was a creation in a barbaric time when slavery was cool and petty monarchies were the order of the day.
No.
Now, there's a certain logical fallacy there. You say A equals B, and you say B equals C, but you realize to say A equals C. Your childhood friend Kenny, who wrote that funny walrus story, will be damned to hell. It's a bit repulsive, so you don't say it.
No. I don't believe you really believe that. The Kenny I knew, who prayed with such sincerity, could not have truly turned back on God.
You want to know why I always prayed with such enthusiasm back then? Back then, even as a dumb little kid, I can tell something was wrong. Like in the chapel when Mrs. Stone would call out, "How do we know God is real? The Bible tells us so." That's really bad logic. I knew it. Deep down as a little kid, I knew it. I tried to feel him. I didn't want to go to hell. I spent nights crying and crying and crying, trying to make myself a good little Christian, unable to get rid of those niggling little doubts in my mind. I thought I could force my way into it. I had to. I had no choice until I slowly realized I had a better choice, a choice that I already made, and I fucking own it now.
But what if you're wrong? It's an entire eternity.
Yeah, I know Pascal's wager, and here's my counter. This is the life I have. It's the only life I know without a shadow of a doubt I will have. And I'm sure shit ain't gonna waste it worrying about something that's almost certainly a myth.
It's Kenny, it's so simple. You ask in truth and feel it within you. This truth you cannot even imagine or comprehend. Don't you want his love?
And here's another thing. If there's truly a loving God, you sure as hell would be okay with homosexuality.
Okay, please, can we not go there?
No, I'm saying here, I refuse to believe that a loving God made people gay to torment them. I refuse to believe that a loving God made me say awful things about gay people before I knew better. Trust me, Megan, I know all the arguments. I spent an inordinate amount of time reading Christian apologists, and I doubt anything you say is something I haven't considered.
If you're not open and there is a God's love, how could you have a chance to let him in?
You want to know what God's love feels like to me?
What?
An abusive relationship.
Oh, come on.
Think about it. think about how the Bible frames the way God loves us and then goes down a checklist of abusive partners tells. You're nothing without me. I'm only doing this because I love you. You brought this on yourself. Don't you dare leave me. You don't deserve my love. Motherfuck. Look, I'm sorry. I'm not going to question your faith.
No, it's not that. Or, oh my, this is,
What?
it's you for a moment, just a moment there. I could just sworn you were Fred.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know what I did wrong. The only thing I can think of is I didn't want to have sex until marriage. He seemed a little upset about that, but then he straightened up and proposed to me, and everything was so perfect. I still find myself wistfully thinking back on our honeymoon in Fiji. Lord, above that beautiful blue sea, lying there on the white sand, our hand in each other's. And then I didn't even notice it at first. He was having trouble at work, and he just got mean, made me feel awful. It was always my fault. Like I deserved every bit of pain. I felt like I was being suffocated. And
yeah, I get you.
no, Kenny, no, I can't believe I'm telling you this.
Look, you don't have to.
No, I've started. I couldn't tell this to my mother or my father or my pastor. I've held this for 8 years, a quarter of my rotten life. I didn't tell anyone. How could I even? He was all smiles whenever anyone else was around. No one knew what he was like after work when it was just the two of us.
Look, Megan, I appreciate you opening up, but I don't really think I'm equipped for this.
Kenny, on the night before he died in the car crash, I wished him gone.
Ah, jeez.
It wasn't a prayer. I don't think I was praying. I don't think, but of course he knows everything. And I didn't want him dead. I didn't want him dead. Just, I couldn't divorce him. We were of one flesh, but I wanted it to end. His needling, his insults and mockeries, telling me how crazy and stupid I was, how he shouldn't have married me and wasn't worth it, and no one else would have been dumb enough to do it. I wanted it stopped. So God heard me and he made it stop. Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
I know what you're thinking. If God did that, he's probably a big jerk.
No comment?
I'm stupid.
No, you're not. You're really not.
I'm sorry. I need to go home. I can't. I just need to go home.
Of course. Just do what you gotta do. There's I think I saw a hotel across the street with a bunch of taxis.
Thanks.
Hi there. I was glancing over during that, and I had a feeling we should pack your food to go.
Here. Keep the change. Seriously, you're a lifesaver.
Thanks. So, if you want, you could come to my writing group. We actually meet here on Thursdays after hours.
What?
Yeah, I write screenplays. Why do you think I'm a waiter?
At the moment, I'm a little. Never let those fuckers tell you you don't deserve to be loved.
Thank you.
Hey, dude, welcome. You must be our new writer.
Come on in. I'm Steve, and this is Fran.
Hi, I am William Shakespeare. You can call me Bill. I was told to come ready with a script.
Have a seat. Tell us what you got.
Well, it's a romance.
Always a great choice with the chick flick lovers.
Should I just jump in and tell you about the script?
Sure. Give us your pitch.
Well, it takes place in about 1609. King Leontes of Scythia is hosting his childhood friend, King Polixenes, king of Bohemia. Polixenes says he needs to go home. Leontes tries to convince Polixenes to stay longer, but is rebuked.
Great start. Let's just call them Leo and Paul, okay?
Okay, so when Leo is unsuccessful, he asks his very pregnant wife, Hermione, to try to convince Paul to stay. Hermione is successful, but when Leo sees Paul and Hermione so friendly together, Leo comes to the immediate conclusion that Hermione is cheating on him. King Leo goes into a rage and abruptly concludes that his son, Prince Mamilius, is probably also not his, despite the fact that they look exactly alike.
Sounds like a perfect romance so far.
So, Leo goes to his fave advisor, Camillo, to confirm his suspicions. Camillo basically tells Leo he thinks he's crazy, and King Leo responds by saying that Camillo must poison Paul.
Again, let's get some easier names here, dude. Let's call this poison guy Cam, okay?
Fine. Cam thinks this is bananas, so he reveals the poison plot to Paul, and the two of them flee back to Bohemia. But Leo wasn't done yet. The next thing he does is throw his pregnant wife, Hermione, into jail.
Again, you said this is a romance?
Yeah, I'm getting to that part. So Leo is a bit old-fashioned, right? So he sends a messenger to the god Apollo to confirm that Hermione has been unchaste.
Okay, I'm starting to like this now. I see Martians and laser weapons, yes?
Seriously. This is the 17th century. There were no Martians or lasers in the 17th century.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Meanwhile, Queen Hermione has given birth to a baby girl in jail. Hermione's friend Paulina brings the baby, who looks just like Leo, to King Leo to soften his resolve. But instead, King Leo sends Lord Antigonus to banish the baby to a faraway land on the coast of Bohemia.
Antigonus, seriously? Where are you getting these names, dude? Can't you just call the guy Andy?
The coast of Bohemia? What? The critics are going to have a field day with this one.
Okay, fine. So Andy goes overseas to get rid of the baby, and on the way, he is attacked and eaten by a bear.
Oh, boring. Another eaten by a bear drama. So overdone. We've had at least 8 of these just during COVID, dude.
There's more. The messengers return from Apollo and interrupt Hermione's trial with news that Hermione is, wait for it, innocent, chaste, which Leo immediately declares to be false news.
False news? I mean, isn't that what you expect the king to say?
At this moment, both Queen Hermione and Prince Mamilius suddenly die, and Leo pledges to spend the rest of his days weeping at their graves.
Exactly when does this start to be a romance?
Well, the baby Perdita.
Perdita? What kind of a baby name is that?
The baby girl grows up, falls in love with a prince, Queen Hermione's statue comes to life, and they have a wedding and all live happily ever after.
Wait, a statue of Hermione comes to life. What the fuck?
I'm loving this. So do the Martians attack and does the bear eat everyone at the end?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, sounds good. Should make the plot more believable.
Hermione, Paulina, It's time for dinner.
What takes those girls so long? My dinner is ready and I want to eat it when it's hot.
Okay, dear. It's okay. Let's just say grace.
Dear God in heaven, thank you for this food and help my daughters to be on time.
Did you have a nice day at work, dear?
Same old, same old.
How about you girls, Hermione, Helena? How was your day at school?
Same old, same old. Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing. Let loose.
Pass me the rolls.
Did you like your new teacher, Mr. Shakespeare? Did you learn anything interesting from him?
What did you say? Steaks here? We haven't had steak in months. Fake meat is all I see on this table.
You minimus of hindering not grass made, you bead, you acorn, away you starveling, you elfkin, you dried neat's tongue, bull's pizzle, you stockfish.
Herbie, are they learning this kind of language at school? All I want to eat is my dinner in peace.
Sweetheart, try this new dish I prepared. It's called twinned lamb.
How many times do I have to tell you? I just want steak.
How the devil luxury with his fat rump and potato finger tickles these together. Come, come, you froward and unable worms, fry, lechery, fry.
Go prick thy face and overread thy fear. Thou livy-livered woman, mischance and sorrow, go along with your heart's discontent and sour affliction. There's two of you, the devil make a third, and treble fingers 10 upon your steps.
So, it sounds as if you two had a good day at school. That's nice.
You juggler, you canker blossom.
The common curse of mankind, folly and ignorance, be thine and great revenue.
Oh, maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness.
The devil damn thee, black, thou cream-faced lube.
Ah, you puppet, you. Oh, hated potion hence.
I am sick when I do look on thee. Out, tiny tartar, out.
Thou art pigeon-livered and lag go.
Out, love's medicine, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Foul thing, let loose.
Round thee, go away, rumpet, ruddy, slut.
I scorn you, curver, scurvy companion. Thou art the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended nostril.
Thou bastard,
Cease, wenches! I care not for this knavery. I retire forsooth to a distant place of solitude to play a manly game of Pokemon.
Good e'en, good fellows, I bid ye good. Welcome to Shakespeare's Jeopardy, indeed the only Jeopardy where the host decides whether the answer twill be right or twill be wrong. I'm your host, Leontes, King of Sicilia. Today's contestants are Prince Mamilius, Prince of Sicilia.
Hi, my good lord.
Hermione, the Queen of Sicilia.
How fares my liege, my king?
And Lord Antigonus, loyal nobleman of the Kingdom of Sicilia.
Hail to your grace, myself, your loyal servant.
Let's take a look at our categories. We've got witchcraft, magic, and astrology, oh my gods, Bawcocks and betrayals, geography of Bohemia, tongues in trees, and finally, I'm the king and you're not. Hermione, you are our first contestant. Kindly choose your category and amount.
Yes, my liege. I choose Oh My Gods for 500.
And the answer is Delphi. Your time is up, Queen Hermione, and what is your response?
What is Sanctuary to Apollo?
I am sorry. Not sorry. That is not correct. The correct answer is, what is the Temple of Apollo? Guards, take her to prison.
No!
No, mother, no.
Our next contestant is Mamilius, young prince of the Kingdom of Sicilia. Mamilius, choose your category and amount.
I choose witchcraft, magic, and astronomy for 500, my liege.
And the answer is Galileo in 1609. Your time is up, Mamilius, and what is your response?
Who is the scientist who discovered that the Earth revolves around the sun?
Oh, this is false news. The Earth is the center of the universe, and I am the king of the universe. The Earth is flat, and I am king. Take Prince Mamilius to his death. Our final Shakespeare Jeopardy contest is Lord Antigonus, loyal courtier of the Kingdom of Sicilia. Antigonus, choose your category and amount.
I choose Geography of Bohemia for $500, my liege.
And the answer is Bohemia's largest port and coastal metropolis. And that is time. What is your response, Antigonus?
There is no coastline in Bohemia?
No coastline. There must be some mistake. My assistant Camillo is overseas, and there must be some technical error. Another category, Lord Antigonus.
I choose Tongues in Trees for $500.
And it's the daily double. Points are doubled in this question, Lord Antigonus. Respond carefully. And the answer is ripped to shreds. And that is time. What is your response, Antigonus?
What is hang all the husbands that cannot do that feat?
That is not correct. The correct question is, can you outrun a bear? That's all for Shakespeare's Jeopardy. Join us all next week for our new show, The King is Right. Mary, dear, how time flies. You've been out of college for 2 years now.
Yes, Daddy?
And your mother and I think that now that COVID is almost over, you should stop wasting time on these online computer relationships and do some real dating.
Well, Daddy, I was about to tell you I have a friend coming over for dinner tonight.
That's wonderful, sweetheart. Here comes your sister and her handsome fiance now. You can tell them all about your new friend. Hey there, Jane and Ken. Nice to see you both.
Hi, Dad. Hi, little sis.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Mr. Doll. Wow, something smells good. What's for dinner?
Hi, Jane. Hi, Ken. Glad you're here. I have a date coming to the house for dinner tonight. His name is Bart. I met him at In-N-Out.
Oh, Ken and I love to go to In-N-Out. It's so greasy.
Yum. I love a burger and to swim in my chocolate shake.
Well, that's great. I hope your new friend Bart will join us for dinner.
Yes, Daddy, he's staying for dinner.
Oh, great. Your mother will be so pleased. Hermione, Mary has a friend named Bart coming for dinner. Excuse me, girls. I'll go get your mother.
I'll get it. Bart. Come on in. I'd like you to meet my sister Jane Dahl and her fiance Ken Carson.
Hi, Bart. Good to meet you.
Hi, Bart. Good to meet you, dude. How long you guys been dating?
Huh?
We've been dating about 2 weeks. Bart, are you okay?
Mary, is this some kind of joke? Her fiance is a doll.
Oh, no, he's not a doll. Ken is Jane's fiance, and his last name is Carson, not Dahl. Lots of people get mixed up about all the members of the Dahl family.
So glad you're staying for dinner, Bart. We're having spaghetti. It's Ken's favorite. Oh, here comes Mom and Dad.
Come here, Bart. I want you to meet my dad and my mom, Mr. and Mrs. Dahl.
Hello, welcome, Bart. Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you, Bart. Welcome to our home. Where are you from?
Bart's from New York. He's not used to how friendly we are here yet.
Your dad is holding a mannequin head. Where is your mom? I mean, what is going on?
Bart, that is really mean. When I met your mom, I didn't criticize her. I mean, everyone's parents seem a little old-fashioned, right? My mom is really sweet once you get to know her. Please just try.
Of course. Anything for you, sweetie. Excuse me, can I use your bathroom?
Oh, Bart, do you mind taking Ken with you? He needs to go too.
I guess I prefer my privacy in the bathroom.
Okay, no time for bathroom now. Let's sit down, everybody. Dinner's ready.
This is delicious, Mrs. Dahl.
Thank you, Ken dear. I'm really enjoying the wine tonight.
Well, Mr. Dahl, I see you have 2 lovely daughters. Do you have any other children?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, we have a third daughter, Sue. She's married and unfortunately couldn't be with us tonight.
Yeah, she's with her husband, Joe. He's a GI and he's having surgery.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope everything goes well.
So does he. They want to have children, so he's having a junk implant, if you know what I mean.
Jane, that is not something a nice girl like you talks about at the dinner table.
Okay, Mom, but Ken is planning to have the same surgery. How about you, Bart?
What?
Jane, shh. We haven't talked about that yet.
Surgery? Oh, I'll get it.
Is there someone here named Ken who called for an Uber?